Morning, Fraser. Thursday morning, men's group. It's about 10 to 6. Got to get off and get the coffee started. So, down here with Tim last night. Tim's just kind of cleaning up his bike a little bit. His new engine, or his new used engine, is in there. He was painting up some of the side flarings kind of thing for his bike, but we're going to continue to work on that, and I'm going to get to men's group. Let's go. Brewing away this nasty, nasty, nasty liquid that people like to drink. You know, people are always shocked and surprised that I don't drink coffee, right? And I mean, fair enough, I used to drink a lot of it when I was younger, until it seemed to, well, it does affect me. I can't drink it anymore, I'm allergic to it, so. But, even when I used to drink it, I had to get used to it. I had to like it. I had to, no, not like it. I had to learn to like it. I had to learn to like it. It sucked. It tasted gross. It was nasty. It was icky. But, I kept drinking it because everybody else did. And it was cool, you know. If you have to learn to like something, why are you bothering? You know, I loved Brussels sprouts. I loved cabbage. I loved liver and onions as a kid. Loved it. Still eat it to this day. Love it. But I can appreciate the fact that, kids don't like it. Adults don't like it because they didn't like it as a kid. I didn't have to learn to like it. I had to learn to like coffee. I don't get it. Like, why are we learning to like things? I don't know. I never had to learn to like Diet Pepsi. I'm just saying. Put it out there. I don't know. How worth it is it if we have to learn to like the taste of something? It's probably not that worth, eating or drinking at that point. I'm just saying. Alright, coffee's done. Sit up. Trying something new at the tables again. I get just as many seats, but it doesn't feel like we're quite as far away. Seating for 24, comfortably. And then 4 more chairs in the corners if we have a huge influx, and we get up to 28 today, so I think we're fine. And after that is standing room only, but it's okay. Now we get to sit and relax and wait for a few minutes.
Come here, Molly. Come here, Molly. Come here. We're at Shawn and Alison's. What's that? Nothing. Okay. We're out at Shawn and Alison's replacing a rear wiper blade.
I think you put it on, and we'll just take a little baby sock and slide across.
Yeah, if you put something soft on there, it'll be fine.
Yeah. See the wrench, the baby sock? You're all over it today. You are just all over it, man.
This.
Oh,
yeah, he's right.
That's the inside.
Oh,
of
that's
the
the
other
one I was going to put on
This
the inside
holds
of
it
the other one.
Right, okay.
I was going to try to pressure
Okay, well that makes more sense then.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I would have thought.
I know. Yeah, Shawn and I were both on the same page. Totally. We knew what was going on. So, Alison confused us in the first instance.
I told you
she's
that
never
this
let
was
me
in the middle of the other one.
Listen,
I
Rick,
told
she's
you that.
never actually let me hold any of the parts. She's that controlling. So that's not even an exaggeration.
Where's the broken one?
I laid it on the pedestal over there. She would show it to me by like doing stuff like this. See? And then that was it.
Do you have keys for this?
You need keys? You need it?
I would like it turned on and then turned off so that it goes back to its resting position.
It is in the rest position.
Well, just to make sure.
He just
so
wants
that I know.
this is a
Because
mechanic
I
thing.
want to see where it goes so that I know where to line it up.
It should be already in the rest position.
But
I know.
yeah.
That's the issue.
I just need to see where it starts and stops so that I can.
Where?
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
That's why it's...
Because if Sean's wrong,
Because
then
if you're slightly off,
Yeah.
then it
I agree.
I didn't clean my
I know Sean's never wrong,
Same
but
reason. Because online, it says you'd have to, you can't even see where it stopped. You have to put it
hang
where
on. Watch
you
out. Watch out. Watch out.
directed
Watch out.
before.
We're all staring at this intently. None of us are worried that Sean's put the car into
Yeah.
reverse.
That's the front ones. Okay, turn it off. Okay, so it sits this way.
Could have asked me that.
He wouldn't have
I
trusted
just-
you.
I
It's
wanted to
part
see
of
it for
his-
myself.
Yeah, he has to.
Okay.
Just need to make sure that it is.
Horizontal. It's actually what it is. You're going for horizontal. Doesn't really matter.
Do you charge more, Tim, at the shop when the customers are actually there telling you how to do your job?
Allison was
No,
just
but
showing me an
usually I
app
walk
on her.
away and wait till they
All
leave.
I
Oh, okay.
asked was for the tool.
That's fair.
And Allison was just showing me an app on her phone that tells if things are level or not.
Do you have something to put on
Oh,
the...
that's not even funny. Like a
the
wrench?
lid?
What's that?
No, he wants.
to cover it so that it
Oh yeah, like
touch the
a
window.
sock or something, a child
Oh, I
sock
don't know
thing.
if that's really.
I mean, as long as you don't turn the wiper on, it's fine.
Get a pair of my old underwear, Allison.
Okay, you guys can do this now. It's not my job anymore.
And that's going to kind of,
Loosen it.
what do you call that when it seats right on there? When it's that compression kind of nut.
Seats on there.
It's going to compress on. Seat on. What's the technical term, Tim? What are you doing?
What compression nut?
The compression nut that's inside that thing.
The nut that goes on the little piece of...
On the
It's
splines.
like a
the
tapered.
collar that goes on there?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh. It's just a...
It's like a compression nut?
It's...
I'm asking.
I don't know what the name of it is.
Is it a compression nut? Could it be called a compression nut? I don't know.
Not from what I would assume.
It seems a reasonable compression. Is compression nut a thing? I don't know.
I have no idea. I
I've
don't.
never
I don't.
heard of a compression nut.
You've never heard of compression nut?
No,
It's
I've heard of
basically-
lots of different types of nuts, but not a compression nut.
It's a what are you? It's a splined
Tapered.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a torque to that?
My pinky is the torque.
Okay.
Well, this is also new, and the other one was put on there with... I don't know, either falling off and then just scraping the crap out of your window.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, job done. Minimal damage. Minimal damage. What happened over here?
What happened over here, Rick?
There.
I drove through the door, Rick.
Oh.
That's how the armor got broke.
Oh, that's how the arm got broke. Now we've got the full story. I see. Okay. All right. It could happen to anybody.
Allison closed the door as I was trying to back out. So,
Liar!
Somebody call 911. So, kind of here working, helping Tim, working his bike. Although all he's done so far is wash it. I haven't really done anything yet, but nonetheless, we're here. So I thought I would help because I was doing other stuff, doing the sandbags, but I thought I would help by winding up the hose. And I couldn't figure out why the hose was so tough winding up. I mean, we really haven't used the hose yet this year. And once I got it in close, it started unwinding on me automatically. I'm like, that's really weird. So I cranked it on as hard as I could. And then I looked down and I saw that. Oops. I'm telling Allie that Tim did it. All right. Oh, so Carol says her sink's running a little bit slow, so we're going to try and see what's going on with it and speed it up a little bit. So I got to try and take this off, loosen that up a little bit, and take the bottom trap portion off, and take it out. Hopefully it doesn't spray all over the place. terrible. Bit of junk in there, but nothing serious. Clean that up a bit. Okay, crank some water on, hot water in each. Okay, switch over the other one again. Looks clean. Looks okay. Recording?
Can't see the food though. There.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay. If I move,
Professor Obnoxious, can't see you at all. I can see you now.
alright, I'll stay way back from the counter then. I apologize, I was going to put this, start this a little bit earlier, but I was kind of panicking a little bit because I started realizing how ill-prepared I am.
And speaking of ill-prepared, didn't
Oh, yeah.
have these ready either.
Didn't have those ready either, yeah. So, we've got Harry and Raylene coming over for dinner tonight. So I thought, you know, burgers, we'll make burgers. Burgers are easy. And then I find out later that Raylene is gluten-free and dairy-free. So that's a little, can I get one over here so I can start putting stuff down out here? So it's a little bit of a challenge. So I found some gluten-free crackers. So we're going with the gluten-free crackers. That's going to be our you know, what do you call it? Like the breadcrumbs. It's not breadcrumbs, it's that stuff. But then I started looking at spices and stuff, and straight garlic and straight onion is okay. But anything else that might have something else in it is not necessarily okay. So I'm like, ooh, okay, we're thinking about using onion mix, but I don't trust that without talking to them because I don't want anybody having any kind of issues, right? So basically, I have onion and garlic in here. I have like 3 eggs and these crackers, and that's it. So I haven't put anything else in because I usually put a little bit of beef broth, but beef broth has milk in it. That liquid stuff has milk in it, which is weird. So can't use that. I don't want to use Worcestershire sauce. I just don't know enough about it to actually go ahead and use something like that, right? So we're sticking as basic as I can. I'm making a bunch of burgers like this, but I've also got 2 burgers over there that strictly have just egg in them, nothing else. Because if she can't eat this, then I want to have something sitting there. I was going to put hot dogs on as well, but hot dogs have milk product in them. You know, like we learned that a long time ago when Sam was young, because Sam was lactose intolerant when he was young. So, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 12. I got 12 burgers like that, and I got 2 other burgers that are basically just egg and meat, and a little bit of garlic, I think, and onion. So, good enough?
Did you check the garlic?
I did. As long as it's just garlic and just onion, it should be okay. There's no other spices in it, which is why I didn't use any other spices.
This one?
Sure. Plain burgers. What am I supposed to do with this?
It ripped.
I can probably get one on there.
Oops. Feel free to fire me.
Uh-huh. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I'm gonna need some more wax paper.
I'm busy moving.
Yeah, I know.
I felt
Two, three,
somehow
four, five.
the box is broken and I can't make the thing work anymore. How's that? Is that pleasant?
That's
Good?
not bad. I can feel your pain though. I don't know what they did back in, you know, the Bronze Age. But
There you are, sir.
thank you, ma'am.
Enough?
A couple more. I drive her crazy.
This is when they start ripping. They start ripping around and they start getting mad.
No? Fine Young Cannibals? No? Okay.
She doesn't know what McDonald's pizza is.
True. That was about the same time, actually.
Wasn't alive yet.
Get out. A little overboard with the wax paper, didn't you? Also doing some sweet potato fries. Gluten-free, gluten-free. So we're trying that. And we're trying this. Lactose-free old dairy cheese.
Would be no different than
So, yeah, we'll see. I'm sitting relaxed today because I feel like I need to. Hey, Fraser, hope your day's going okay, buddy. Yeah, men's breakfast this morning again, early morning. You know how I am with early mornings. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. Try and adjust that a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so up there and made coffee and all that sort of stuff. We had about 20, I don't know, 21, 22 guys today, kind of thing. So, which is good. Not all stayed the whole time, but you know, some come, some go, and all that sort of stuff, just for work-related issues and all that wonderful stuff. Yeah, and then apparently the next door neighbor at the church there, they're quite elderly, in their late 80s by the looks of it. I would have said 90s actually, but they had a leak somewhere in a water system. It turned out it's in the backyard, so it's not a water supply from the city, but it was a water supply, like not necessarily in-ground watering system kind of thing, but basically an in-ground water system that took water out to the back somewhere for their garden out back. So Guy and Kelly and I went over afterwards and after a men's group and, you know, dug down a foot and a half kind of thing and found a leak. It was a nice slice in the line. So they had all the parts and pieces and all that sort of stuff. So it took us like 5 minutes once we actually found the pipe to get her fixed. But I didn't actually get any of that on video because I was planning on going home first and change so that I didn't, you know, get my Sunday best jeans, you know, all messed up. But, you know, Guy and Kelly made me come over right away, and so I apologize about not getting that on. But nonetheless, that was a job today. But yeah, then Carol was saying that her drain was slow, so she wanted me to plunge her drain, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna, you know, actually take a look and see, because I make sure I've got, you know, those decent traps on there that I can take right off, kind of thing. Oh, man, just cringe-worthy. I mean, it's just normal buildup, but it's just, you know, see, it's gag. I'm just gagging. You put your finger into it on the side, and you could reach down into the pipes, and it's like squish, squish. You know that gelatin feel where you go tunk, 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 like different layers of junk all the way to the side. It was anywhere from half to 3/4 thick. It was nasty. It was just nasty. But I got it all cleaned out. It's running fine. So it's just one of those things you just got to do once in a while, right? So,
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, and then we got Raylene and Harry and Callie coming over for dinner tonight. So yeah, trying to cook dairy free and gluten free is a challenge. I mean, we're very familiar with how challenging it is to deal with allergies and stuff with Al and with the boys growing up. Sam was lactose intolerant when he was a baby, but we didn't realize he was peanut allergy until he was about almost 2 years old, kind of thing, right? So we've dealt with that a little bit, but yeah, looking at all the different things, and yeah, no, there's milk in this, yeah, no, there's milk in that, and yeah, no, there's wheat in this, and there's wheat in that, and it's just like, yeah, okay, fair enough. It's a challenge. I mean, if you're doing it all the time, you get used to it. You know what you do buy and what you cook and what you don't. But yeah, it's eye-opening, right? So, but I got all that done. I got the burgers made up. I actually decided to put the burgers. I don't know why. I just felt to put the burgers in the freezer after I made them, just to harden them up a little bit, and then throw on the yam fries in a bit and cook up some mushrooms and kind of go crazy, if you will, So, but can't use margarine, can't use butter, obviously, because that would be dairy. But even the cheese, I don't know whether she can eat the cheese, because the cheese is it's lactose free. But I don't know if it's lactose that bothers her, right? So who knows? But we'll wait and see. Well, I'll cut some up, and it's old, so it's basically, I think they just toss something in. Just like lactose-free milk, right? They put something in it that somehow eats up the lactose somehow, some enzyme or something. I don't really know exactly. I could explain it, the whole scientific thing to you, but it's very long and drawn out, and I'd be making it all up as I go. Yeah, down to about a week and a half, bud? Before you get out here. So, looking forward to that. Pretty happy. Still haven't gotten out on the water once yet. Maybe, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, but if not, maybe Saturday. We'll see. Wind and everything like that, right? It's just the way it's going. So, but that's okay. We'll get out when you get here. At the very least, that'll be when I get out. So that's all good. So we are still in Acts. Remember, yesterday we were reading again that Paul was arrested. The crowd was going crazy, and the commander and the centurions were going to flog him, but then found out that he was a Roman citizen, and then they panicked. So now they're bringing him before the Sanhedrin. So starting in chapter 23, Paul looked straight at the Sanhedrin. He's been brought before them, and said, "My brothers, I have fulfilled my duty to God in all good conscience to this day." At this, the high priest Ananias ordered those standing near Paul to strike him on the mouth. Then Paul said to him, "God will strike you, you whitewashed wall. You sit there to judge me according to the law, yet you yourself violate the law by commanding that I be struck." Those who were standing near Paul said, "How dare you insult God's high priest?" Paul then replied, "Brothers, I did not realize he was the high priest. For it is written, do not speak evil about the ruler of your people." Then Paul, knowing that some of the Sadducees and the others were Pharisees, called out the Sanhedrin, "My brothers, I am a Pharisee, descended from Pharisees. I stand on trial because of the hope of the resurrection of the dead." When he said this, a dispute broke out between the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and the assembly was divided, because the Sadducees did not believe in the resurrection. And the way I've heard the acronym to remember that is why they're sad, you see. See, Sadducees, they're sad because, never mind, it's not important. There was a great uproar, and some of the teachers of the law, who were Pharisees, stood up and argued vigorously. "We find nothing wrong with this man." They said, "What if a spirit or an angel has spoken to him?" The dispute became so violent that the commander was afraid Paul would be torn to pieces by them. He ordered the troops to go down and take him away from them by force and bring him back into the barracks. The following night, the Lord stood near Paul and said, "Take courage. As you have testified about me in Jerusalem, so also you must testify about me in Rome."
So Paul, I mean, this is Paul's people that he's standing in front of, right? These are the people that he grew up under. These are the people that he knew their ways. He knew their conflicts with each other within the group, and it was well put that he stood up and said, "I'm here because I'm preaching about the resurrection." And of course, that brought those guys up and took those guys by offense, and they got at each other and all that sort of stuff. But nonetheless, it's interesting that not everything we read about Paul in here is, well, I mean, we know about, the fact that he was, and he talks about, the fact that he was, murdering and approving of murder of Christians. But even the fact that he smacked, or that he got smacked, and then basically insulted the high priest. As soon as he found out it was the high priest, he apologized, right? Nope, sorry. It's just weird that that's put in there. Like, Paul was not perfect. Not even close. None of us are. But they put that in there. Transparency. It's not a bad thing, right? But then again, that night, after they put him, where was he? He was back into the barracks, and the Lord came to Paul and said, "Listen, you're going to go and testify in Rome." So Paul knew that he was going to be imprisoned still and go to Rome. Again, he's preaching. It does not matter to him, because he has to preach the good news of Jesus Christ to the Gentiles. So, I'm going to leave it at that for tonight, bud. Still got to get some stuff ready for dinner. I love you. God loves you very much. I miss you. I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. And I will post more tomorrow.